Okay, I've been wanting to do this, and someone actually commented on one of my other videos that I should throw together a video explaining my routine, so that's what I'm doing now. And I did it on some poverty screen cap software, so I hope this comes out well. Okay, so fundamentally, I'm running a full body split, and it's a 6-day split every other day. So every 12 days, I get through a training week, I will call it. The basic setup is I do a main lift as my first exercise, then a main lift as my second exercise, and then an accessory for the first main lift. So let's go to day one. You look at day one, you see bench, squat, overhead press. Now day one, my bench is going to be a 5x5 is what it ends up being. You see I got target reps and the target RPE. Target RPE is kind of, I loosely stick to that. So it's essentially a 5x5 bench. I move on to the next main lift, which is a squat. I typically do one set of squatting, but I got 1 to 3 written down. And on this day, it's going to be a triple. So one working set for a triple. And then I move on to the accessory lift. In this case, it's the overhead press, which is one of my bench accessories. And I do that for 5x5. Move on to day two. Basically the same thing, except I do a squat first. So you got 5x5 squat. Typically I've been doing 2 sets of bench triples, so again 1 to 3. And then my squat accessory, which ends up being a front squat. Then day 3 you're going to see is deadlift day. So this day is slightly different. Still got the 5x5 on the main lift, which is the sumo deadlift. And then I throw in a set of conventional deads. And after that, I just do a back accessory. See, it says lat work, and all the notes you can kind of ignore. I've gone through many iterations of this before I settled on something, and I wrote down a lot of notes on the spreadsheet. And what I do for my back accessory is a seated row. I'd really like to do weighted pull-ups, but just the way my setup is right now, I really can't. So the back accessory is a seated row. And that's kind of, day 1, 2, 3 is kind of like a little volume. Is more volume oriented. So that's kind of like the first little mini block of my week. Because I got the main lifts all sets of 5, so it's more volume-ish. I call it kind of a DUP type thing, but it's like a hybrid type fake DUP because I really don't have a high rep range I work in. I just work it with 5 reps and below. So now, okay, day 1, 2, 3, it's kind of a volume focus on the main lifts. And then I move on to day 4. You're going to notice day 4 through 6 is more intensity driven. So day 4, start out with the bench. It's going to be doubles, 5 sets of doubles. I do a squat accessory. Well, I'm sorry, I do my squat movement, which is just my competition squat. And that's going to be for 1 set of 5. And then I move into the bench accessory. It's going to be, in this case, still 5. My accessories pretty much stay in the 5 rep range. And I do close grip bench press for 5 sets of 5. And day 5 pretty much mirrors day 4, except the squat is the first lift. So 5 doubles for the squat. Then I do 1 to 3 sets. Usually I've been doing 3 sets of bench for 5 reps. And my squat accessory, which is the pull squat. 5 sets. Do I do 5 sets? No, I don't do 5 sets of these. I do 1 or 2 sets of pull squats for 5 reps. And on day 5, you see a triceps accessory movement, which is just a 3x10. I've been doing overhead extensions for these. And the last day is going to be the deadlift day again. Competition dead, the sumo deadlift, 5 sets of 2. I throw on the belt for this. I forgot to mention, let me mention that right now. For day 5, squat doubles, I put on my belt and my SBDs. And for day 6, my deadlift doubles, my sumo deadlift doubles, I throw on my belt. All the other days are going to be beltless and sleeveless. So back to day 6. Got the sumos, 5 sets of doubles. Throw on the conventionals, I do a set of 5. Then again, it says lat work, it's really just back work. I do the seated rows again, the cable seated rows for 3x10, and then I finish it off with some curls for the girls. And that is the basic layout for my split. It's not too complicated. It's pretty much main lift 1, main lift 2, accessory for the main lift, for the first main lift. And that's pretty much it. You see the first 3 days are kind of more volume oriented. The next 3 days are a little bit more intensity driven. And for progression wise, for bench, I try to add 2.5 to 5 pounds to at least the first set every week. And bench, same thing with squat, try to add 5 or 10 pounds to the first working set of each week. And typically I'll pyramid down with bench and squat. So far with my deads, I've been able to jump the weight up 10 pounds a week, which is optimistic. It's going to slow down after that. But I've been doing straight sets for deadlifts. So basically a reverse pyramid for bench and squat, and then straight sets for deadlift. And pretty much going to keep it like this until progression stalls. And then maybe I'll throw in some higher rep range stuff. But I'm hoping I can run this for a while now, and even slow down progression if I gotta. Throw on 2.5 or 5 pounds for the squat and dead. Hopefully bleed this till at least the summer. As far as my goals, I'd like to do a meet in July at probably in the 181 class. So I'm going to slowly diet down and hopefully increase strength and run this routine for as long as I can. I think that covers everything. I don't want to make this video too long because it just gets boring. So you could leave any comments you want if you got any questions, and I will respond. Thank you. Peace.